Hey, howdy do out there everyone, my name is Michael and welcome to the Duke Corner where I do commission work for freelance and fun. I'm sorry these videos have been a little inconsistent, I'm trying to make sure YouTube doesn't forget I exist, but I've been struggling to put out episodes, probably because of this one right here, which took just all of my attention for some reason. I got my first real freelance work, and from a company called Alpine Viking, which is like an online ski shop. They asked for a couple of things, ranging from mock-ups of some of their products, logo redesigns, posters, hats, and badges, but I wanted to show you the poster designs and the full process therein. So here goes about 11 hours of total work, sped up at 7,000% speed into about 9 minutes of content. Personally, I think it took a bit too long to actually do all that work, but my workflow wasn't really figured out, so maybe I'll be quicker next time now that I have some first-hand experience. What you just saw there was the mood boards I made. I've gone over the concept of mood boards before, and I started making these ones to show a great deal of images which represented different styles, themes I could go with, and different art styles that I could imitate. I was also shown a poster that I'm working on right now, which was incomplete by a previous designer, but possibly something the company would like finished. So I reworked it with the critiques that I was given, and tried to see if it was in the direction they wanted to go. In the end, it was not. And after showing the client all of this stuff, she settled on a simpler, less neon design, similar to what Ski Vermont and Vale create. This is where I probably flopped on the most time. Instead of just sketches, I tried creating mini mock-up designs of a few of those images that I thought would be nice posters, each from mountains or views of areas around here, or at least similar ones, and each with its own little unique change of identity to show a wider range of concepts. I timed each one down to a little less than an hour, but even still I really should have just made some neat sketches to show her. In the end, this was a lot of time spent and sort of wasted, as the client only chose one of the posters. And unfortunately, it wasn't even very useful for the video, because in 2 of them, including my favorite, were corrupted and cut off 10 minutes in. Nevertheless, I suppose I still enjoyed making them, and let me know if you like them too. Maybe I can expand upon them in the future. So I showed the client, and of all of them, like I said, she chose one, which was the ski lift one. I was given some light changes to make, like the trees being a little greener, the sky a little lighter, and the position and orientation of some of the objects changed around. You will notice a theme in that I made 4 iterations of this poster. Each time, the trees a slightly different color, the sky slightly lighter, and most of the trees in the foreground slightly different positions. It went so far that it effectively came full circle, and the trees ended up a little bit greener than the beginning, but still pretty gray, and they ended up back in their original arrangement from the first poster. Either way, I spent a long time adding in little details to this one. Gradient overlays on everything, light and shadow layers, blur on the background elements, and shine on stuff near the flare. I changed the colors a lot and added a lot of little things like those little trees on the ski trails, which broke up the shape and added a little bit of implied visual texture to the snow. As much texture as you can get in Illustrator, that is, because I found it very difficult to put texture on anything in Illustrator. As long as this took, there isn't really much process to talk about in this part. Each time it was basically the same critique about the trees, the sky, and the colors until eventually they drifted back and forth into a middle position where the client was happy with the culmination of the changes. Though I like the stormy one more. Again, let me know if you want to see that one get finished too. I am at least happy that this was the one that was chosen to go to the finals. I was pretty sure of the ski lift poster when I made the first draft to show the client, and so I'm glad that inspiration paid off, both literally and metaphorically. But that being said, I think I'm done saying things. So I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I'm going to try really hard in the coming weeks to get back into the flow of videos. Hopefully I can manage that. If you liked this content, hit that likes and subscribbles button. Show me what you want to see in the future, with numbers. And without further ado, it's been nice talking to you all again, and farewell.